Are we on the verge of a bull impulse here, or could a lower high be in play? We'll get into that, as well as much more. But first, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel if you are a trader. I know you're going to love it. You're also going to love finding me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and live day trading. Take advantage of that sale while it is still active. We've still got some time here, a few weeks left to get in on that. And trades have been a lot of fun lately. Also, I just did a video on the other channel, the main channel. I think everybody needs to watch this. This is a topic I've been trying to do for a long time. Go check that out. It's proof. You do not need options to grow a small account. And I think that's like required viewing. That's my prescription for everybody. So anyway, let's get into it here today. So markets here. Could this be a start of a lockout rally? So last night in the Sunday video, I said like, all right, like basically, and I said it this morning too in the short, like, okay, you had a ridiculous move Friday, right? And I mean, like as of the 7 p.m. Thursday night to 7 p.m. Sunday night, right? Basically 24 hours of trading. It was 220 points, like 67.50. It's 230, right? And then we've got up another, 20 from there. So 250 in, not even basically two full sessions. So insane move. If this doesn't break out here, that's a huge red flag, right? Like they both have to break it out here. You can't just not follow through on that move, right? So that's what we're, essentially waiting for. Now, a couple of things I noticed right off the bat. One, we talked about Microsoft a lot last week. We said if this stock starts to rebound, the market's going to do very well. And we noticed that right out of the gate this morning. I was hoping we could get a better retest to 400 to buy, because that is dealer support. And they did move support up on a lot of things this week. Microsoft being one of them, notably Robinhood as well. That one really firmed up. So did like Coinbase and MSTR. Just throwing some random names out there that I noticed. But, Microsoft right out of the gate was strong. You had NVIDIA strong out of the gate, although it did pin to 190. Apple backed off, which honestly I take that as bullish right now because Apple was kind of acting well while everything else was selling. So it was almost kind of a safety play. But additionally, what really jumped out aside from that is volatility got slammed right on the open. And you almost got the sense where it was like what do they call it? 4D chess, right? So it's like one level, another level above, right? So what I'm saying is like it felt to me like the consensus Friday was like, holy crap, everybody's bullish. But now as of this morning, I kind of got the thought that like, wait a minute. Are people like fading this because it's up too much, and it has to pull back? Because it had that feel to it. It had that ignorant trend bid to it, which I can tell you right now, this is dealer buyback for sure. So we're seeing that short covering, kind of take place here. Now, again, Cloud did get a bid up 3%. It was way overdone. I still think this stays under pressure for the next week or two. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I just don't think it really starts to get going. But I do think you can start picking at some of these names. I will say, though, that the jaws on this and chips are going to snap shut. So I don't like chips here. I think they can hold up, but, Micron, kind of an inside day, SNDK, inside day, although it did dip out of the range. NVIDIA's up nicely, but still can't get through that 190. Broadcom had a decent day, but came off the highs. AMD, tested the low end of this range, had a nice move today. Intel's been in good shape, though. Holding the 20-day on this whole, even on that earnings slice. But relative to software, fund managers are way lopsided. So that's kind of getting beside the point here, I guess. But what I'm saying is I feel like there's it wouldn't shock me if there's more pain to the upside here. That said, immediate short term, you got to get through 620 on the Qs, right? Why? Because that's your 618 here. And I just don't see it going straight through that. Like if that dips significantly, the market will dip. And that'll end the lockout move, as far as I'm concerned. ES, I don't see it getting through this shelf here in one shot. Even if that's just a one-day pause, I just don't think it's going to happen. But I will say, last week I talked about, dealers moving hedges higher for, for the quarter. That's still a thing. Maybe I was just wrong about the timing here. But I don't know. I think if somebody tries to sell calls up there at 7,000 and we get up there again, like if it doesn't work out right away, they could get blown up. So there's only so long you can like keep a lid on a certain level, and decay matters, right? The longer that those calls are decaying, the less the dealer has to hedge it. So they won't necessarily save it if it, tries to go through that. So there's a lot of so basically, Aaron, what you're saying is it could go up or it could go down. Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. And sometimes the best play is let everybody else get screwed and then just wait until the market shows you its hand. Let everybody else try to chase the trend. And honestly, right now, I think playing single stocks is better than the indexes outside of day trades. You could sit in a JEPI or a GPIQ or something like that, and collect, a payout. And if it goes out, it breaks out, it breaks out. If it goes down, you get you get those calls sold. So I think single stocks right now, especially with dispersion at all-time highs, single stocks might be where it's at a little bit here. It's a tough read here, and we've gotten to the point now where if this doesn't break out now, it will have been in a range too long to the point where the breakout will not be clean. It is going to ruin everyone when it breaks out or down, and it'll be nasty. So yeah. Anyway, how's everybody else doing? We'll try to do the morning live. I didn't do one this morning. Glad I did because the market sucked today. We'll try to do that tomorrow. Q's reclaiming the 100. I don't like closing below the 100 in a bull market. You guys know that. But it did reclaim that by the end of the day. Russell held up well back above the 20. Dow kind of a flat day, so nothing doing there. We talked about semis and cloud. Transport's taking a breather. That's fine. TLT. So this is the big boogeyman earlier. Oh, China told their banks to sell treasuries. And that was like this boogeyman thing, but I don't know. ZB looks fine to me. It's flat. I think if the market cared, it would be down a lot. I don't think it really cares. So ZB closing flat on, and I mean like TLT, red to green, basically red to flat. So dip getting bought on terrible fundamental news. What does that tell you? XHB down 22 cents. IYR up again. Let's see if this one in theory also should not have a clean move when it breaks out. But it's starting to look better. XLF down 32 cents. Let's look at HYG. HYG was up. KRE inside day. Broker dealers had a nice trend, new all-time high close. Oil had a nice day too, came off the highs. This is firming up though. So 20 MA support, that's no problems. XLE, new all-time high. XOP, I think this might be the next one. If you're looking for energy laggard, catch up. Nice pattern there. OIH, all it does is make new highs every day. Dollar down here. Got to put in a higher low. There is room for it, but got to put one in. Let's zoom into the hourly. This doesn't even include the after hours, so it might not be accurate. Into the 618 right now. This will probably retest 96. We'll see. Gold almost got a higher high there. So nice job for gold. Silver also rebounding as well. Back above the 50. I still think this has some more legs here. This range just has to tighten up. I mean, like, we can't be in a 60-point range on a $80 asset. Right? I mean, like, so it's going to tighten up here. Platinum, small follow through, and then palladium, small follow through. Copper, back above the 20-day. So outside of this little failed breakout, it's usually when you get a failed breakout, it's like that's it. But this is held. Buyers have stepped in. So copper is still hanging in there. And Bitstonk is still hanging in there too. Possible little flag pattern here. I would just say watch for liquidity grabs because dip buyers now have some confidence with that move. I still think the path of least resistance is higher, but they might try to stop people out first. So watch for some game playing here. But ultimately, I think Bitcoin's got a low, a tradable low to work off of. Futures closing 20 minutes. I want to watch here too. We're kind of close to that. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get there. I talked about that 6975 on the futures earlier. We're pretty close. So didn't quite get there. Didn't close at 69. Yeah, closed above 6950 SPX. So a lot of air to fill out, but there's no rule that says it has to fill out tomorrow, right? Or the next week or the next day. All we do is just be ready for those moves if and when they come. So anyways, guys, we'll wrap it up here. You guys take care. Come find me on carnivoretrades.com. We'll see you guys all tomorrow.